Do you know? And today we would like to know if you know Clarky Davis, the Debt Diva. How are you today?
I'm great.
First question, who are your favorite writers?
Oh, I have lots of favorite writers. Right now I'm reading a lot of Stephanie Meyer, the Twilight series, Philippa Gregory, Jodi Picoult, Alice Sebold are some of the ones I'm reading the most.
Excellent. And what are you reading now, or what have you just finished reading?
I just finished The Other Queen by Philippa Gregory. I've read a lot of her books, and I'm rereading the Twilight series because I needed something light after the holidays. But I'm looking for suggestions, so please send me your suggestions.
Something totally different now. What is your favorite breakfast food?
Ooh, French toast. I love French toast, carbs, sugar, syrup, with a mimosa, obviously. That's the best. That's the best. That's my ideal breakfast. I can do that for dinner too.
Now, are you partial to maple syrup or?
Yes, I like a Log Cabin and Mrs. Butterworth's. Nothing fancy. I want the regular, the good old stuff at the grocery store. I don't need anything designer.
Very good. Which living person do you most admire?
I think I most admire my mom. Obviously, that's an obvious choice. Live your entire life with a person and you get to see the struggles, the hardship, and the wins, and just the complete example that they have set, and all the talents that you wish you had but you did not inherit. Sadly, having that up close and personal definitely makes you admire them.
Very good. What is your most treasured possession?
My most treasured possession is a portrait painting of me and my sister. She was 18 and I was 21, and we were both getting ready to graduate, me from college and she from high school. So it's just a really meaningful picture because it was a very special time in our lives.
And this was a local artist that did this for you?
A local artist in North Carolina, in the Wake Forest area of North Carolina, and she did the photography and the painting and did a really wonderful job.
And do you share possession of the painting, or?
Well, that's just it. We actually have two. I loved it so much I wanted my own. It's one's hanging in my mom's house, and I have another one myself. So.
Okay. Which talent would you most like to have?
I would most like to have musical talent. I would love to sing. I could give Beyonce a run for her money if I had some talent. Trust me.
Now, have you ever attempted to?
Oh yeah, I sing all the time, but sadly it is so bad, and it's so pitiful because it's like the people, I would appreciate it. I would do such good things with my talent if given that opportunity.
What do you consider the most overrated virtue?
I consider the most overrated virtue, and I would probably butcher the word, is passivity, being too passive. I think a lot of times, you know, in the business world, in your personal life, in your community, a lot of times you may let things kind of roll over you instead of taking a stand for things that you believe in. Sometimes you succumb to the status quo. It's so easy to always be nice and not make waves, but I think, you know, sometimes that niceness may not work for you in the real world, and doing things that are good. What is good is not always nice.
Now, was that a hard lesson for you to learn personally?
It was definitely a hard lesson for me to learn. I think the older that I got, the more willing I got to be able to, you know, number one, stand up for myself, stand up in things and issues that I thought were important and that I believed in, without being number one, embarrassed, or that it wasn't the cool thing to do, or that it didn't, or it wasn't accommodating for another person. So I think, you know, sometimes being too accommodating and sticking with the status quo really does, you know, a great disservice to you as a person.
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
I would definitely be, if I could change one thing about myself, I would definitely be, I'd love to be a much smarter, intellectual person. I've always been one of those kids that was in school that really had to spend every grade I ever had, I earned. It did not come easily, and it took a lot of work, and I've always sat in class with those kids that just can soak it in and spit it out, and sat there jealously wondering how much time they must have, you know, to stick at home and play video games and do whatever they wanted to do. But I am one of these people that really had to work for every grade. All of the education I had took a lot of effort, and I really would love to be one of those people that just could memorize everything with ease and then spout it out and do well in tests without, a lot of, real work. So that's definitely what I would change.
Now, there will be those who see this that say, but you're the debt diva, you're super intelligent, and obviously something came easy to you.
Well, I learned by my mistakes. It did not come easy. I just had to learn the hard way. So, but the great thing about it is I am the kind of person that usually if I make a mistake once, I can do my best to try not get myself in it again. So it only takes me one time to really learn a tough lesson.
Which words or phrases do you most overuse?
I use the word and definitely. And sometimes I get in the like mode where I say like too much. So I have to watch those words.
And finally, what is your idea of perfect happiness?
My idea of perfect happiness is to be at Edisto Island, South Carolina, on the beach with my family, a nice cold beverage, and a good book, and a sunny day. Sometimes you get to the beach and there's no sun. It's so sad. You're like, it's a wasted day. I need a sun.
Very good. Thank you so much. This has been Clarky Davis, the Debt Diva, on Do You Know? Thank you.
Thank you.